Okay, Steve, I'm pissed off.
Uh-oh. What's up?
We're just starting right off the bat. Uh, it's not my fault.
Oh, Jesus
If
Christ.
I hear that one more time this week, I am going to lose my shit. And honestly, I'm gonna say they were doing this. They were in my ear, and I remembered something that you said to me the other week that you had pop in your head. I think you even said it out loud in that meeting.
I did.
Yeah, it was, and I'm like, oh, this is so perfect. What was it? Your bullshit cup was full,
Yeah. Can't take any more right now. Sorry, it's full.
full. And I think we need to talk about this because small business owners, we love you. We do. We love entrepreneurs. We love small business owners. We love solopreneurs, mompreneurs, wannabe. We love you all. But darling, oh my God, darlings, enough is enough on some stage. So let's talk about this because I think you need a wake up call with a little love, but also a little snack because maybe then it'll get through to you because we've tried the love first and now I think we need to smack you around
Yeah.
figuratively. You're like, "Da, da, da."
Yeah. Not physically. Now, I want to define the difference between like venting is one thing.
Mhm.
Excuses and the bullshit is totally different.
Yes.
And the venting, it's good to let someone vent, have their moment. But the second they start playing victim or giving you excuses for their bullshit, I'm sorry. Time to call you out.
Yeah. And we're actually doing you a favor calling you out because it's what's keeping you stuck.
Right.
I'll tell you the most common thing that I have to call people out for their bullshit. And it's common, and I probably have this conversation within the first 3 weeks of working with anybody. If I say 85% of the time, I think I might be being generously low. You don't need to fix the colors on your website again.
Oh God. I, I don't know how many entrepreneurs are never done fixing their website. And they have an excuse. Well, I can't do sales because I'm redoing my website again. Didn't you just redo it 3 months ago? Yeah,
Yeah,
but here comes the bullshit.
yeah. But if you can actually have a valid reason to fix your website, you know me because we talked about this. Steve does a lot of accountability with me, and I do it for him. And I was like, I need to fix a couple of verbiages on my website because I'm leaning more into this as my offerings rather than that. So I need to go and change that verbiage
Mhm.
to be clear on what I am offering because my offers have upgraded. And that was so, okay, that's not bullshit. That's
No.
clarity. But if I said, Steve, you know how I've always had this pink thing on my website? I think I need to be green now.
Karen, is that going to move your business forward?
But it'll be pretty.
Don't touch it. Don't waste your time on it.
Right.
Let's put your focus as you're looking at shiny objects that you put out there. Let's refocus on your business.
Right. So
Sorry, I'm the
yeah,
direct one.
he is, and I adore him for it. But this is the thing: when we say our bullshit cup is full, the wow, we just like this is a bullshit avalanche. There's so many different ways. Beating a dead horse. I think that's one of your favorite ones.
Yeah.
Okay, we're done. Let's move on.
Well, I know you've heard me say this in a meeting. Folks, can we take a couple minute recess? And everyone's like, oh, well, why? And I go, I need to go run and get another dead horse because you guys beat the shit out of this one.
Hmm.
And it kind of hits home with them going, the meeting's not going anywhere. It's just full of BS right now. And it's wasting everyone's time. And time is something we can't get back. So,
And you see me as well. I've gone. Oh, I'm sorry. Are we back to reality yet? Because and what we talk about here, and now this just sounds like we're all bitching you out and being mean to you and being like absolutely crazy. Every single small business owner, Steve, I love you. You've done it. I've done it. We've all had our BS moments. We've
Hmm.
all had the shit that we're like, oh, sweetheart, darling, shut up. We've all done it. It is not something that nobody is immune to. The difference is how long are you going to allow it to go on? Because the longer you let it happen, the more your business fails.
So you're putting actually, like, think of it, you're putting quicksand in front of you. Then you complain that you got stuck in quicksand. Then you start flailing around in the quicksand and start sinking deeper and keep complaining that you put the quicksand there and now you're just full of excuses and BS when all you have to do is turn around and get out.
Or it's not even that you don't even complain that you put the quicksand there. Someone did it to
Oh,
you. Oh,
victimization. Oh my God.
look,
And
I
that's
can give
how,
you,
haven't we seen someone starts out with the bullshit and then turns into a victim?
and that happens, honestly, I'd say at least 60% of the time.
Yeah.
If the bullshit goes longer than 24 hours, and there's a reason I'm saying 24 hours, 24 hours, I think you've had more than enough time to vent.
Hmm.
I think me and you, we've got our venting down to under an hour.
Oh, 10 minutes, I think, is our limit now.
Oh, there's been a couple of
There's a
scenarios where
couple.
there's been like, okay, yeah, this is deserving of more 10 minutes, but then we go, okay, we're done.
Done. And we
Yeah,
stop it. It's done. It doesn't need to be opened up again, rehash, done. Move
yeah.
forward.
So if your bullshit goes past 24 hours, I would say 60% of that bullshit turns into victimization. Okay. Because it's never you. You didn't
Oh,
do this. The customer yelled at you. They didn't like your product. The delivery company delivered it 20 minutes later than they said, and that has ruined. And some of them, I'm looking at going. They
yeah.
delivered it at 12:30 instead of before 12.
This is, I think it's coming back. It's your bullshit is stopping you from growing. It's harming your mindset.
Big time.
And you're becoming actually a toxic business owner. And guess who gets to hear all that, Karen? Who senses it?
Customer, your clients.
Yeah.
I was like, I love thinking about the bullshit meter. I have a bullshit meter.
Yeah, I do too.
And we have this history, and it's kind of funny because we've both had it turn around on us both. Well, we have both pointed out someone else's bullshit. And we've done it nicely the first time. And then what, within 6, 7 months, the other person's that not the bullshit, the one that's dealing with the bullshit. How did you know?
Like, yeah, bullshit meter was going off.
Yeah. So what kind of things trigger the bullshit meter? What kind of things make the bullshit be full?
I think a lot of it, when we are hearing it, it's an excuse a lot of times to themselves.
Hmm.
Like you were mentioning, oh, I got to change the colors on my website. Okay, that's bullshit. Unless you
Hmm.
changed industries or your colors are so offensive, what's the reason? Is it going to help your business grow? But you and I hear that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. This is busy work to be busy to avoid what's really going on in your business. And that's where we call out the bullshit.
It's unrealistic expectations. And this is another piece
Mhm.
of bullshit I've seen a lot. Is somebody will launch a product. It might be a really cool product. Not gonna lie, the product itself could be fantastic. It could be cool. It could be like, yeah, yeah, I can totally see how people would like that product. They put one post out there, one website funnel out there. They don't do the SEO. They don't do any podcasts. They don't do any press releases. They put a single post that goes, buy my shit. And then 3 hours later, why do I still have 100,000 products I ordered in my warehouse? The algorithm is strangling me.
Yeah.
Google hates me. Uh, we remember this one. We had one that someone tell us their competitor
Oh,
was out to get them, and they were even trying to tell us that there was like death threats on them from the competitor, and the competitor wasn't even in the same, was not even on the same rung of the ladder.
I wouldn't say the same stratosphere.
Yeah.
They were out in the universe. This little person was sitting in like a little mouse hole.
Yeah.
They weren't even on
Um,
the same wavelength.
but the bullshit comes from the fact they were expecting this immediate win from putting one thing out there. And they didn't do any of the framework strategies or processes behind the win. But it wasn't that they didn't do these things or didn't hire someone to do these things. It was that the rest of the world was out to get them.
So let me ask you, Karen, how can someone, once they get called out, everyone's telling, hey, stop with the bullshit. My cup's full. What are some things that someone can like self-realize when they're the bullshitter?
Well, first, you have to not go into the defensive because I've seen this way too much. Someone calls them out and I'm not bullshitting. You're just attacking. No, look at the person that's calling you out. Does this person have the validity, the credibility, or the
Mhm.
know-how that means that if they're calling me out, something could be going on here? So I'm not talking about your mommy who say, no, this will never work because they've never been an entrepreneur in their life, because that happens too.
Yeah. Totally different podcast on that one.
Yeah, totally different one. But is the person that's calling you out on the bullshit, are they credible? Have they run successful businesses? Are they someone you would look up to? Would you never take advice from someone you wouldn't change places with?
Mhm.
Are they filling all these things? Now, if they're filling all those things, hang on, what could the truth be in what they're saying? So your first step is this person credible for calling me out for my bullshit? Second, what is the truth? And Steve, if you're calling someone out on their bullshit and they turn around to you and go, hey, wait, hang on a second. In what area is this the bullshit? Would you get mad at them saying that or would you explain it to them?
Explain it to them. Well, this kind of happened to me not that long ago on one of the boards I'm on. The guy went on an attack, and then I came back with what gives you the credibility to back that up? Because I know you don't know anything about it. And he didn't know how to respond, so he attacked now everyone in the room because he was bullshitting me and everyone else until I challenged his validity of that expertise, which he did not have. He soon dropped the whole thing.
Hmm.
But that
But
was someone who was bullshitting everyone.
and, and getting defensive and then doubling down on it.
He doubled down.
But if you can look and go, well, the person that's giving me this information is actually credible in what they do, and they're not just some like random idiot. There's the difference.
There's a big difference.
Your next thing is to ask why.
Go deep.
Why are they saying? And then this is what I mean. I talk about this in what I do is I go surface pain, the individual pain, the psychological pain, the pain of the root cause. Because that's what you have to do is okay, so why are they saying this?
Mhm.
Why does that matter? Why would that have an impact? What is it? And you got to keep just going, why, until you hit the deep reason.
Yeah.
And then it's about coming up with an action plan. How do I overcome this action plan? And if you don't know, there's this magical thing that nobody realizes is possible. If you don't know how to fix something, you need to get either a coach, a mentor, or an accountability group. Because I guarantee
Mhm.
an accountability group, a mentor, or a coach would go, oh, so what about this? I know with our accountability group, if it's bullshit, we'll turn around and go, why are you saying that?
Mhm.
Why are you suggesting that? How does that bring your business forward? And if they turn around to me and said, I know I need to get here, but I don't know my next step, sometimes we'll even throw the next step to them.
Yeah. Most people will figure it out in a couple questions. They're going to answer it themselves. But what we're trying to talk about here is like, stop bullshitting everyone else in the room.
Mhm.
Stop coming out with this crap that's killing you and your business.
I'm going to get totally vulnerable and personal here because I'm going to use something that's about me as a human. That I've had several people be totally shocked at how I respond to this because I've got other people who have similar diagnoses as me go, oh, but it's because I'm ADHD. I am diagnosed with both ADHD and autism. And sometimes that game, yes, the ADHD makes me come up with a million and different ideas and like trying to makes me go 1,000 different ways. The autism can make me get stuck to perfection and system and framework. It happens.
Mhm.
Not gonna lie. 9 times out of 10, I can break myself out of it. And if I can't, I give this guy a call and say, hey, I'm cycling, help me. The amount of people that I will talk to and they say, oh, well, I can't help it. I'm ADHD. I can't help it. I'm autistic. I can't help it. I have dyslexia. I can't help it. I'm a single mom. I can't help it. I have PTSD from the military. I can't help it. I was homeless for 3 years. When you're starting to say, I can't help it because you are actually diving into victimization. And I'm not saying none of these things happen. They all happen. They're all valid. They absolutely happen to people. They absolutely impact your lives. 100%. But when your go-to answer to why something is not done is one of those lists, you're in the bullshit cup. Unless it's, well, I can't run the marathon because I went to war and I lost both my legs. That's not a bullshit cup. That's a, okay, so what can you do instead of running a marathon?
There's ways around. Just don't become a victim of it and then use it as an excuse or tell everyone about your woes because you know what? They all have their own woes too.
We
Everyone.
all do.
But if you go into a group and start off with all your bullshit, all they hear is a whiner, a victim whining person. But if you go
And
in with solutions and how to overcome things, they want to talk to you more.
or the other, even to the other side, you don't always have to have all the solutions come up. Hey, I'm
No.
experiencing this problem. Now I've had a thing and I'm struggling to come up with the ways to come out, and I am open to hear some solution-based processes that I might be able to put into play. That's not a victim. That's someone
Yeah.
seeking an idea. The other piece of bullshit that we're going to cover like super duper fast because this is the other one, and I know we have a whole other podcast on this, and we're going to have to dive into it deeper. The bullshit where you say you can do something that you have no right saying you can do.
Oh, we
I
never
have
hear
seen
that.
that too many times.
And I know we've thought, oh, we can do it. And then we both stop and look at each other like, wait, I don't have the skill set for that.
Yeah,
I don't have the knowledge, but I know someone who does. Let me
does
go talk to
right.
them.
Yeah, we need to do a whole other conversation about the people who use bullshit to try and make themselves look good and then just like crash and burn
Yeah.
because they have no idea.
Oh, the podcast I just recently listened to, the Anti-Guru podcast. I loved it.
Yeah.
How to break down all these false BSers who claim that there's, I always call it the self-imposed guru status that they don't know jack or they're giving such bad advice out. But yet they're a guru and they're making money and scamming people.
Yeah. Because, oh my gosh, gotta work with them. Their name is everything.
Yeah.
Dude. Didn't they just do one of your articles too? They broke down
Yes,
one of your articles.
they
Yeah.
did. And I listened to the other podcasts that were released too, and it was amazing. Yeah, they took one of my articles and talked about it, and I found out about it because I got tagged because I have
Hmm.
the alert set up, and I was like, "Who are these people?" And I listened to the whole thing, and then I listened to the other ones that they had. I'm like, "Okay, wait a minute. It's not just me. They're breaking down other people's information, but they are really breaking down that guru kind of crap, and I loved it."
Yeah. So stop your bullshit. And then, so I think here's a couple of things, Steve. I want you to help me out here. Give me two reasons, two steps that they can do. Like if they're bullshitting to try and say that they can do something that they can't do. How do you know how to call that out or see that?
Well, I've had a mentor do this to me. Coach, have you done this before? No. Okay, we're ending it right there. Then why are you trying to do it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think I can. Okay, whoa. You think you can? What kind of knowledge and experience do you have in that area to give you that idea? Well, I read this article. They would just shut me down so fast, going, stop the madness, go get an expert.
Yeah. Then my coaching me cringes out of my archetypes.
Yeah.
Now, what about for if we say you're the one that's bullshitting yourself and going into victimization? I'm going to say the five steps again out of that is one, is the person calling you a bullshitter credible in what they're doing?
Right.
Because there's a difference.
Yeah.
Why are they saying it? And if you don't know, ask.
Ask.
Because if they're willing to call you on the bullshit, they're probably willing to answer that question.
And if they can't, guess who's bullshitting your bullshit?
Bingo. Figure out why it is coming across as bullshit.
Mhm. It could come off
That's a big one.
slimy. How many times have we seen that? Slimy. And we call it out, we call it as bullshit, but it's slimy.
Slimy. Or it could be that you're coming up with a million and one excuses why you can't do something on time.
Sorry,
God,
we hear
that's a
that
big
all the
one.
time.
Oh, yeah. And then I did the other was what system, framework, or process can you put into place to stop that bullshit
Today.
today? Like today, just get your head out your ass.
All put it this way, folks, all our heads go up our ass sooner or later. It happens. We're business owners. But
Mhm.
learning how to get your head out is the key. And if you can't do it, get someone who can help you pull it out. It will help you.
And this is going to be the last one, and I think this is the hardest one. If you are a bullshitter and your bullshitting could have got into victimization of what you're saying, and you figured out the why, you figured out the what, you figured out the how and the systems, the last thing you have to do is undo the damage because I don't care if you think you've done no damage, you have done damage by being a bullshitter and a victimization. Figure out how to undo that damage and get your credibility.
Yeah. And I know you and I have been in a group. We had something solved. We gave out some advice or a resource. And then the next meeting, I know I've done this. I've come back. Folks, I did a little bit more research. What I told you last week was incorrect. I lied
Mm-hmm.
to you and I didn't even know I was lying to you. Don't follow that. Here's
Right.
why. Here's the research I found. Boom, boom, boom. Here's what I found to do instead. Boom, boom, boom. Don't follow that. And you know what? That gives more credibility by owning up to that situation versus sticking to your guns and
Yeah.
well, piling on more bullshit.
And we see it all the time with influencers as well when they have to do
Oh,
apologies. Some apologies you're like, oh, well, that was written by a PR company and they mean nothing and that's bullshit. And then others you're like, okay, I respect you. It's like Stephen King.
mhm.
Stephen King got called out on something he said recently. And instead of dirty deleting and getting rid of it, he actually said, I was educated. I realized that the information I was reading and coming from was incorrect. I am going to do a better job of researching the information I put out there going forward. Done.
Yeah,
Done.
that's owning it.
That's owning it. So own it and fix it. Are you willing to admit if you call bullshit on yourself? I'm curious. How many people would be
Yeah.
willing to admit that they? It doesn't mean to be no. I don't need you to say,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm victim right now.
But we
Uh,
want to hear it.
in the past, have you done it in the past? Have you done it before?
Yeah.
I have. Steve
I have
has.
done it in front of people.
Oh, those are stories we can tell at a later time.
All of a sudden, it's like your brain kicks in going, wait, what? And then I just stop. Oh, crap, I'm bullshitting you. Stop it. Here's the truth.
Oh, your brain kicks in when you get home and sit down. And you're like, fuck, did
Why did
I
I
do?
say that? Yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
but we want to hear what you all do. How do you find if you're the bullshitter?
right. And
And
then,
take it up another step.
are you willing to change? Are you willing to take accountability and move forward? So I think this was a good topic for today. And I think we might have called some people out, and some people might be crying listening to this. If you cried listening to this, just message us. We won't make you comment out loud
No.
unless you're brave.
This is where our accountability group really kicks in because there's no bullshit allowed. And it's in the
None.
agreement that we have with all of our members. There's no bullshitting allowed. So
Yeah.
keep that at home. We're here to help you grow your business, not listen to and stroke your bullshit ego.
Yeah. This is about you being successful. All right.
Yeah.
I think that was it from us at Teen Comic. I think we got a little bit of strategy brewed today. No chaos, strategy, and just getting quite straight to the point. We will talk to you all next week. So this is goodbye from Karen and Steve. And
Yep.
I cannot wait to read some of these comments. What about you, Steve?
I am ready to read them. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah. See you next week.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us on the Tea and Coffee Hub podcast today. We hope you enjoyed today's conversation and it left you inspired, equipped, and ready to take your next step, whether that's in life, business, or maybe both.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss future episodes and connect with us online and in person. Share your thoughts in the comments section. Until next time,
Keep sipping,
keep growing,
take action,
and stop making